thinking them wealthy thoughts, baby.
Everything about you.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, StephenMotivate, and my friend, my brother, my co-host,
Steve James. What's goody, bro?
What's up, bro? We back with another episode.
We back, man.
Another episode of Wealthy Thoughts. Can you believe we still going?
Yeah, I can actually.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Consistency wins the game.
Consistency wins. Look, we hope y'all getting something out of this. Like, we are trying to help you understand how the wealthy think. And, you know, recently we haven't been hemming and hawing a lot. We just been jumping right into the facts and hopefully giving y'all things that you can practically use to help develop your mindset towards building wealth. And one of those things is, you know, we talk about this a lot, but it's about putting your money to work for you. Mm-hmm. With as hard as you're working for your money should be working just as hard for you.
Facts.
And there's multiple ways to do that. Multiple ways to skin a cat, as they say. But one of the ways, well, let's talk about the multiple ways that we talk about. 3 ways, 3 places to put your money. And we've talked about this before. One is you can put your money into real estate.
Yep.
We talked about this on a few episodes ago, looking at how to buy land, buying fix and flips, etc. That's where your money can go, and you can pretty much close your eyes and point. But as long as you pointing up, that's pretty much 9 times out of 10 where your money's gonna go with real estate.
Facts.
Not saying you can't lose, because you can.
You can lose for sure. Not having the right team. Mm-hmm. Not not budgeting right because you don't have the right plans. You can lose for sure.
But if you go
the market changing, you know,
but even if you do lose with that, it's like a lesson. You'll get a lesson and learn
100%.
like this is a
100%.
good place to put my money.
100%.
So real estate, you can lose. You have to do everything right. Mm-hmm. But I can guarantee you that the learnings you get from putting your money in real estate is going to be better than you putting your money in, another pair of shoes, and it don't do nothing but sit in your closet and you wear them every once in a while.
Facts.
So that's one place. The second place we've always talked about is businesses. Mm-hmm. You can put your money in businesses. Businesses they exist to make a profit.
Yep.
If it's a product-based business, you buy the thing, you sell it for more than what you bought it, you make a spread on that. If it's a service-based business, you determine how much your time and activities are worth. Mm-hmm. You do the service, whether it's washing a car or cleaning carpets or whatever, and hopefully with your supplies and your time involved, you make a spread on that. Mm-hmm. And so putting your money in business is a place where your money can grow. And then last but certainly not least, I know a lot of people, they still are hesitating on this, but you put your money in the stock market. Mm-hmm. And that's what we want to talk about today. Putting your money in the stock market using the Robinhood platform. Robinhood.
Let's get into it.
So you go to Robinhood.com. I've already pulled it up on the screen. And I'm going to go into my account here, but as you go down, you see that their home screen brings up immediately a stock. This stock is NVIDIA, and it shows you kind of all the statistics. And I know this can seem confusing, but don't let it overwhelm you. Just look at it section at a time. This first section is showing you the market. It's basically showing you in real time what are buyers and sellers doing. So it's not that hard to understand if you just think about it. If you were at the mall and you could see every transaction plotted on a chart of what people were buying and selling, this is basically what that would be. So if you know that, the mall keeps it shows us a little dotted line of what people have bought and sold at the mall. So if it's early in the morning and a lot of people aren't at the mall, then you could say it's not a lot of activity. But as more and more people come to the mall, you start to see more up and down, more negotiations happening, more returns, more sales, etc. And that's basically what this line is. It shows you throughout the globe what's happening in the market, who's buying, who's selling, which is basically what the stock market is.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Pretty easy to understand. And that's just for the day. You can also click and see all time. You can see for a year what's happened with this thing. So all this up and down is buying and selling. How can I make that more clear? So on June 18th, there was a lot of people that wanted to buy NVIDIA on June 18th. How do I know that? Because when I look at this chart, the price was at 135, and that looks to be a peak. And so if the price is going up, what does that mean? A lot of people want to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I go down here to August 8th, the price was, or August 7th, the price was at $98.91. So that means I can guarantee you on that day, a lot of people wanted to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because the price is lower. And so that's how you interpret this chart. And all stocks have this. It just shows you the market of activity of what happens with buying and selling on this.
Mm-hmm.
It's similar to like what StockX did with shoes. They show you, how popular a shoe is,
yeah.
And whether you can make more or make less on your money. We won't hop into StockX right now. Do people still use StockX, by the way?
Yes.
So then it gives you a little bit about the company. It tells you who the CEO is, the employees, where it's headquartered out, how long it's been around. Then it gives you key statistics. These statistics, we won't walk through each one of them right now, but market cap, the high today, the 52-week high, all of these things, just they're key ways to view the stat, the stock. The stats give you a key way to view the stock. And then it also gives you news articles to show you,
what's going on in the market.
Exactly. And then it also says there are analysts. There are people who study this like a doctor studies the body. There are people who study this stock in the same way. And they want to give you a recommendation after they study it. And 92% of people who have studied this are saying what? Buy it.
Mm-hmm.
They're saying you should buy it because they're saying over the long term, this thing is going to go up in value. 0% of people are saying sell it. And only 7% are saying don't do anything with it. Just hold on to it. If you have it, hold on to it. This other thing is the earnings. So with the stock market, because you have all these people looking into it, a lot of people are guessing what it's going to do. So they're making their best guess as to what they think the company's going to earn in the future. And if you beat those earnings, that's a good thing. If you miss those earnings, that's a bad thing. Because people are digging in and analyzing your company so much, they're starting to expect you to do one thing. If you do better than what they expect, your stock usually goes up. If you do worse than what they expect, your stock usually goes down a little bit. More news, etc. All right. Any questions about that? Any questions you can think of people might have on that, bro?
No, not really.
Nothing? Okay. All right, let's dive into my account. We want to talk about how you put your money in the stock market. So right now I have $85 of buying power. So what I'm going to do is I need to search a stock. I need to go up here and search. And soon as I click in here, the search bar gives me different options on what to search. It says you can search things that have daily price dips. You can search things that the analysts are picking. You can search things that have daily price jumps. You can search things that have earnings upcoming, or highest implied volatility, or there's a bunch of others too. If I say show all, it'll bring me a whole list of spot your next trade with stock screeners. So that's a whole different article. And there's a lot of information on Robinhood too, if you just take some time to dive into it. So let's go to, which one y'all think I should go to? Analyst picks, upcoming earnings.
Upcoming earnings.
Okay, let's do upcoming earnings. So all these companies have earnings upcoming. Let's see if I know any of them. Accolade, never heard of it. Pepsi, I've heard of that. Berna, Helen of Troy, Applied Digital, There's so many companies in the world. Domino's, Bassett Furniture, Richard, Delta Airlines, BlackRock, JP Morgan Chase, Fastenal, Wells Fargo, Ericsson, Bank of America, Johnson & Johnson, Walgreens. Tell me if y'all hear one that pops out. Goldman & Sachs that y'all think we should dig into.
Goldman & Sachs.
That one? Okay.
The big dog.
We went to Goldman & Sachs. So let's click on Goldman & Sachs. They have earnings upcoming. All right. So they are trading at $497.72 per share. Their stock is. I can see that they've been around since the 1800s. Wow. That's wild. Didn't know that. 1869. It's telling me my buying power. It's telling me key statistics. And then I'm going to scroll down to the analyst rating. This is also the trading trends to show you are people buying or selling. So on October 3rd, more people bought than sold. On October 4th, the last day the market was open, more people sold than bought. It says net sale. So more people sold than they bought. All right, 67% of people are saying buy. That can be just enough right there. If the analysts are saying buy, that's something for me to say, all right, I'll put my money there. And then you go and look at their earnings. Looks like their earnings have done pretty well recently. So their last Q4, they really beat earnings a whole lot. Looks like they got Q3 coming up. Last year's Q3, it looks like they just, you can tell the darker green dot is what they actually did. The lighter green is what the analysts thought they would do. So if the darker green is over the lighter green, then that means they beat earnings. So this is what's coming up. They're expected to do this on Q3, and we don't have the dark green yet. Okay, and so other people also own these sort of things. So what do y'all think we should do? Should we buy it?
Yep.
Okay, but we don't have $497. If you remember, we only have 87 something dollars. So with that, we got to figure out how much of this we can buy. The cool thing about this is that you can buy fractional amounts. So look at this. It says $85. So if I put $497 in here, or $497, I will likely get one share of the stock and a fraction of another share. But I don't have that much money. All my buying power right here only says 85. So this, for my budget, seems a little high, but the good thing, again, is I don't have to buy
the whole amount.
I can do 10% of this. Let's say $49 is about 10% of this. Let's do it exactly. $49.60 is 10% of that. All right, so that'll be about half of my buying power. So let's just do it. Review order. So it's telling me now, you are placing a market order to buy approximately $49.60 of Goldman stock based on the current market price of $496.01. You will receive approximately this amount of shares. This is the bid and the ask, last sale, da, da, da. This changes all the time because the market's changing all the time. That's why it's saying you can refresh this, because if I wait another 10 minutes or another minute, it's going to change. The price could go up or down. But let's just say the analyst said buy, so I'm going to buy it. So I push the buy button. And then it got me to review the order. So your order to buy is complete. All right. It's complete. I did it. It was that easy. Now, but what do I want to do going forward? I can also go to setup recurring. So this will happen automatically if you're on the phone, but if you're on the laptop, you have to push it. So setup recurring. So now it's going to ask me, hey, do you want a recurring, this this basically is a recurring investment. You can't see it fully on the screen. But I can now say I want to put $1. Let's just put $1 towards this. Because I want y'all to know that it don't take a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put $1 towards it. And then it says, how frequently do I want to put it towards there? Well, every market day. So that means I can put $1 in every day. I can do it every week, every 2 weeks, every month, whatever works for you. I'm going to do every day. And where is the payment going to come from? Is it going to come from my buying power? Is it going to come from my checking accounts? I'm going to say, let it come from my buying power. And then do I want a backup? If that don't go through, I won't put a backup because there should be enough buying power in there. All right, so let's do a review order. Margin may be used. Margin is something I won't get into today, but basically that's a way for you to leverage the money you have so you can buy more than what you have enough money to buy. Okay, so it's just basically telling me that margin can be used, which again I won't get into that. So now I'll buy $1 of Goldman Sachs every market day, and my first order will be placed today. So even though I put $49 in today, it's also going to set up my $1 a day strategy at 11 a.m.
Why is it 11 a.m.?
It just because that's the next soonest time for them to do it. So there's no real rhyme or reason to that. I could change it, but it's probably coming up on 11 a.m. soon. So it's just gives it enough time to set it up in the system.
Gotcha.
So I push done, and let's see here. That's it. I did it. So where do you know you did it at? So my market value now shows me $49.59. So that's what I did earlier. And I've lost 1 penny already, which is fine because this is a long-term investment. And then I need to go and see if there is a place where it shows me all of my buys. Spending. Yeah, the app is a little bit different. Account. The investing. Recurring. Okay, so I can go to my account and go to recurring. You're going to see a lot of recurring investments for me. But you see this? It just set up. So my recurring is Goldman Sachs Daily. I buy that $1 a day. And then if you can see other things I buy. So Costco, I buy $80 of that a week. Robinhood, I buy $5 of that per month. Palantir, I buy $2 of that per day. Nvidia, I buy $5 of that a day. Delta Airlines, I buy $35 of that a month.
And this is coming all out of your spending power?
Yeah, some of them are coming out of my bank account. Some of them are coming out of my buying power, which my buying power can be affected by whatever I buy or sell and maybe still in this account, in this Robinhood account, which is basically a brokerage account, right? You should have 3 accounts. You should have a checking account, a savings account, and a brokerage account. Well, you really should have 4 accounts and a retirement account. So you really should have 4 accounts. Most people only have a checking and a savings. They never think about having a brokerage account. But your brokerage, so Robinhood is just one, and I have several, but it's just one of my brokerage accounts. You see this, Occidental Petroleum, weekly buy 7. Some of this stuff I haven't dug into that much. I've just, at some point when I bought it, I just decided to set it up on recurring. This Luminar, that's paused. So you can stop it if you don't like it, and it's a problem for you. Carnival Cruise Line, I buy $5 of that a week. The S&P 500 ETF, I buy $5 of that a week. Alphabet Class C, weekly buy $10. That's Google stock. Realty Income, I buy 61 of that a month. Disney, I buy $5 of that a week. Meta Platforms, $5 a week. Shopify, $5 a week. Apple, bi-weekly, I do $10 bi-weekly. Amazon, I buy $100 a month. Target, I buy $5 a week. Eli Lilly, $100 a week. Microsoft, $5 a week. So, why do I do all that? You can switch back to us. We can kind of talk through this now because that's basically what I wanted to show you guys is how to set up a recurring buy. But why I do all that is because that's where money should go.
Yeah.
A % of your money should be going in the stock market.
And it's working for you.
And it's working for me. I have, over time, you could go to my account and see. And so if you look at me, my all-time, I'm up $16,000 all time. And that's light work.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't feel, once you start doing it, you don't feel $1 a day.
Right.
You don't feel $5 a day. You don't even notice that you're doing it anymore because it becomes such a habit.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes so automatic that, and some people might ask, okay, how do you even have enough money? Well, sometimes I don't have enough money. My account at times to this day will get overdrawn by investing in stocks.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm okay with that because I know if I don't do it automatically and if I don't have it up recurring, I might not do it.
It won't get done, yeah.
So I might as well force myself to do it. And I'd rather my account get overdrawn. And, I got different bank accounts. So for me, it's okay. I'm not suggesting you guys set up something where your account gets overdrawn. But all I'm saying is whatever you have to do to force yourself to put money in a brokerage account, do that.
It, yeah.
And while being up $16,000 is not a ton of money, it's not so much about the money. It's about proving the fact that this works.
Yeah.
And that over time, there are a lot of dollars. I don't know where they're at. I don't know what they've gone to.
Right.
But these dollars that are here, I know that they've grown.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the whole point.
Yeah, for sure. Nah, man, it's crazy seeing. Because, a lot of people don't know. They don't know how the stock works. But Robinhood, it dumbs it down for you to be able to, hey, I have this money that's set aside. Let me spread it out amongst the market and let it do its thing.
Let it do its thing.
And then let it build. So, yeah, it's a must that we tap into this.
It's a must, especially if you're young, because time is on your side.
Yeah, for sure.
Though you're going to make money on top of money. So a lot of those stocks, they pay dividends back. They just do other things that make it grow.
Yeah. Explain what dividends is.
Dividends is a share of the profit of the company because as you're a shareholder, you own a part of the company.
Right.
So when they have their quarterly profits come out, they want to benefit they want people to own their stock. So they'll give you what they call a dividend of the profit. If they make $1 billion in that quarter, they'll send all their stockholders a certain dividend or a certain piece of the profit that they made that quarter, and they'll give it back to them.
Mm.
So there are certain stocks I have just because they pay dividends every month.
Right.
Meaning it could basically create income for you. If you have enough money in there, it's going to keep generating income. So there's a lot of benefits to it. I think that for everyone out there, look, we just want to help you think like the wealthy. For me, I'm proud of myself, right? But in my mind, I want that number to be a lot larger, right? I want that to be a bigger amount. And I should have said the percentage that I'm up instead of just the dollar amount, because the percent I'm up is 74%. I'm up 74%. So every dollar that I've put in has grown 74%. So I've gotten 74 cents on every dollar I put in. So every time I put in $1, I get back $1.74.
Mm-hmm.
And so it makes it worth it for me. And I think it'll be worth it for you, especially when you're young. This is stuff you need to get set up for yourself because time is on your side. And this is how the wealthy think. And your thinking is what creates your actions. Because they're thinking about how they can grow $1, they then act upon that and they let their money grow in the market. What's your final thoughts, bro?
Man, get in the game. We say get in the game a lot, but this is one of those things, man. Like between stocks, real estate, and acquiring businesses, man, like it's like, especially now, it's a must that you do these things.
Absolutely.
Because relying on one source of income is just not cutting it no more. It's too close to zero.
Too close to zero. That's it, y'all. Get in the game.
For sure.
It's your boy StephenMotivate.
Steve James.
This is Wealthy Thoughts.
Peace.
Peace.
I'm thinking them wealthy thoughts, baby.